Hello. So you want to start a business, right? Yeah. But you're like, shit's expensive. Like, I can't afford to start a business. I have news for you. There are so many low-cost business startup ideas that you can go and pursue, like literally right after you finish this video, or even like while you're listening to me. You can go and start getting on Google, open some new tabs, and bada boom, pasta room. I don't even know if that's actually a thing. Is there a pasta room? Does that still exist? I don't know. You could start a pasta company. That's pretty low cost. To just start like meal prepping and like, meal prep pasta. You could do it. But all that aside, I wanted to share 14 different low-cost startup businesses that you could do today. You would start it today. Time now. First one is the decluttering and home cleaning services. This is not my cup of tea, but it could be your cup of tea. If you love to see the baseboards cleaned and you love a good like before and after of seeing a house that was just like look like a tornado hit it, and then you're like, look what I did, I'm a magical fairy and I made everything magically clean and sparkly, then this could be for you. And it can be cost effective as well for marketing. You can connect with different real estate agents. You can look into some of the different like nanny and babysitting Facebook groups that are out there and get connected with them to see if anybody's looking for those types of services. You can do door-to-door sales. Like, that's not dead. People are still doing, maybe not appreciated necessarily, but it still works. People are still doing it. So, just start with your current cleaning setup that you have for your own house and get paid by the hour or have certain rates. That's on you to decide what's actual better like profit margin for your needs. And get to connect with people who are constantly having houses. So again, going back to the real estate agents, maybe offering, hey, if you have an open house, I will come and deep clean it for this set rate. And you build those connections with people. You could look at some different businesses. Maybe you can offer, if the cleaning services, if they don't necessarily have a cleaning team at their office, or if they don't have one at their restaurant. I'm assuming they do because it's a restaurant, but you never know. You could reach out and be like, hey, this is what I have to offer. I'd love to offer like a complimentary deep clean, whatever you wanted to offer, or organizational, if you have, going back to the real estate, or two busy parents and being like, hey, I will help you organize and take the stress off of your plate by doing it for you. So that is number one. Number two is becoming a self-published author. There are so many different opportunities out there. If you have a book idea, whether it's a children's book, a fiction book, a autobiography, if you will, you can do it, and you can start off with, there's so many different print-on-demand options or Kindle versions, or even an Audible. You can do Audibles. So these are all low cost. I mean, as long as you have a computer, or you can do it on your phone. May not be as effective as a computer, but as long as you have a computer and you have a Word document, Google document, you can start writing that book. And then there's different places like Ingram Sparks. I personally use Ingram Sparks for my own publication that I did. There's Amazon has their own printing on demand. Barnes & Noble has their own. There are so many different self-publishing opportunities for printing where you don't have to have books on hand or go and submitting to a publication. Of course, there are benefits to publications, like they do a lot of the marketing for you and they do the printing. There's a lot of things that a publication can do for you that you can't get from self-publishing. A lot of self-publishing is on you. But you can work with somebody on Fiverr to compare different rates for somebody to help you if you need to. Or you can work directly in Amazon's website for KDP, I believe is what it's called. Or the Nook side for Barnes & Noble, or Ingram Sparks for self-publishing. Next up, number 3, is a print-on-demand shop. I know people love it, they hate it, but this is a perfect way for a startup. If you have designs that you enjoy creating and you're like, I could put that on a shirt, or I could put it on stickers, or I could do all of these different things, you can take advantage of the print on demand to not have to go and purchase these products in bulk, especially if you don't even know how well they're gonna sell if they're gonna sell, what sizes you need, what colors you need. It's a great way to start off at a low cost, and then as you grow your business, you can start working with a local print company, or you can start bulk ordering and saving more money, because obviously bulk ordering versus print on demand, you're gonna save, and maybe not obviously, I shouldn't say obviously, but print on demand is going to cost a little bit more upfront because you're doing one at a time. So it per shirt or per sticker or per whatever you're printing is going to cost you more. So you're gonna wanna look at how much you're charging per item. But again, it's a great way to get an idea of what people like, what they don't like, versus having to buy 10, 5, 10, 20, however many a local print lab would charge you for bulk ordering. So print on demand shopping. Number 4 is starting your own little bakery. It can be in turning your kitchen into a bakery or food prep. There are so many people who are like, I want to eat better, but I have no time. You have time. Maybe you don't. You can make time and make money off of that. So whether you enjoy putting together delicious, healthy meals, or you love to make cookies and cakes and all of the delicious treats, you can sell that. You can start with like, maybe it's like a bake sale, or maybe you connect with the different people in your neighborhood, or maybe you reach out to your office or again, I'm gonna go back to the realtors. I don't know why I keep going back to the realtors, but you can be like, hey, I'm selling these, would love to connect, or like local businesses, you know, if they have like a special Friday, you can be like, hey, this is how much I'm selling them for, you know, just go and introduce yourself. Be like, hey, this is what I offer. They taste good. George Apple. Just kidding. But that is another option. If you already love baking, you already make all these things, why not sell a little extra, make a little extra, and there you have it. Number 5 is coaching. And I know a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, there are so many coaches out there. But if you're like an online personal trainer or health coaching, or it can even just be like an online course to begin with. Like if you're great with guitar, or if you're great with painting, you can teach your technique and you can coach people or mentor people on how to do this. And there are so many different opportunities for how to sell this. There's no right or wrong. There's an insane amount of ways you can do it. You can just, you know, send people a little PayPal invoice or a Stripe invoice or a Square invoice, and then just invite them to a Facebook page. Like, it doesn't have to be complicated. You don't have to have this whole sales funnel and email campaign and all of this stuff. Like, you can start simple. You don't need to have all of these nicks, crooks, and nanny. I don't know how that phrase goes, but you can start simple and just be like, yo, here's my PayPal invoice. Pay me and I'll teach you. I realize I messed this up. Number 6 is tidying and cleaning. What did I have for number 1? Decluttering and organizing. Hand in hand, you could offer both. You could offer cleaning and cluttering. Decluttering, not cluttering. We already got enough clutter. We don't need you to clutter more. We can have you declutter though. So 1 and 6, same. On to number 7, which is a virtual freelance services. So you can be on things like Fiverr, you can have your own website, you can create a Canva site, or just solely network on social media platforms and offer straight from there. It can be anywhere from like virtual assistants, or maybe you're great with search engine optimization, maybe you're a great writer, you know, photographer, you know, all these different things. You can freelance and offer your services. Maybe not photography because that's not virtual. Yeah, and I think that's number 8. So number 8 is opening a photography business. And yes, there are lots of really fancy, pretty photography gear that costs thousands of dollars, but you don't have to start that way. I personally, when I started photography back in like 2014, I had a Canon 5D Classic. That thing is a dinosaur. I bought it for like $400, and then I bought like $100, if that. I might have even bought that used, 50 millimeter. So like $500 maybe total. And I used that for a few years. Maybe not. I used it for at least a year before I went and invested in more gear. So like it doesn't have to start with like these thousands of dollars in camera gear. You can start small and grow. And you can start with like second shooting. So maybe you don't want to necessarily do it full time, but you're like, I'd love some extra cash on the side, you know, on weekends or things you can second shoot. So that's like being a second photographer for like a wedding event, or there's different types of events, you know, for corporate or corporate parties or anything relating to that. You can start a photography business. Number 9 is selling your artwork or photographs. So like, I don't know if you can see this. Not very well, but I bought these on Etsy. They are Star Wars art designs. You can sell them and have them printed. You can sell digital artwork. You can sell actual canvases and connect with people who love collecting or make custom commission pieces specifically for a client. Or the same for photography. If you absolutely love landscape photography, or you've traveled a ton and you have like gorgeous imagery, you can sell that. You can sell different sizes, sell them with different frames, and there are so many different print labs that you can go through, especially if you are a professional photographer. You can get accepted to like Miller's, and there are so many. I'm gonna have to do like a whole different thing about that, because there are so many amazing print companies. Or you can sell albums, you can sell like a book of your work, going back to that self-published author. You could sell books of just all of your art or all of your photography, and like quick little stories about those different locations. I hope you can understand that I'm talking about a book right now. Number 10 is ghostwriting. This kind of goes along with that like virtual freelancing, but you can be a ghostwriter. So, you know, somebody has this big idea, they have all their bullet points, but they need help spicing it up. Or they have their business, but they're like, we need to make words prettier and more effective. You could be their ghostwriter. You can be copywriting services to help other businesses, or for people who just aren't good with words. Some of us are just not good with words. Some of us are really great with words. Some of us are kind of in between. So being a ghostwriter is a great way to help with your strength for somebody else's weaknesses. Number 11 is a repair service. This may or may not be cost effective, but generally I feel that the people who are already in a repair service like to go and do all the repairs for their own home or for their own car. So they already have the essential tools that they need to go and help with other people. And again, going back to the start of this video, you can start small and grow. So you can start with like a certain level of services. Of course, some things require different certifications and it may not be as cost effective or low cost, but growing, slowly growing. You can do that with repair services too. Pet services. Number 12. We're almost there. We have almost reached the end. Pet services. Do you love animals? Do you love caring for animals? Do you like want to be like the aunt or the uncle, but don't want to like be the mother or the father of those pets? Because you could be a dog walker or do boarding or like little daycare. You know, have a little puppy daycare where you get to like enjoy them for the day but not have to have them all the time. Or maybe you have a ton of animals and you love it and you have lots of room and space to host lots of fun little animals. This is an opportunity for you to consider. If you love animals and you want to have more of them in your day-to-day life with the kisses and the potty and the feeding, this can be another low-cost option for you. Or you can just dog walk. I mean, you get the exercise and you get the puppy loves. Or cats. Or whatever. I'm not discriminating against the animals. Number 13 is event planning. So this can be anywhere from like a wedding, so like wedding coordinating, wedding planning, or events like school events, or different corporations who want to host their own little retreats or big retreats. You can get connected with different companies. Maybe you start off shadowing somebody who is already in the event planning industry and see what you need to do. If you are great with time management and you work great under pressure, if you can like fight all these fires in the backside of an event while guests have no idea, then this would be perfect for you. If you love to problem solve, love to fix things, which kind of I guess goes with the problem solving, this could be for you. Number 14 is a personal blog or website. Now this one might take you a little bit more time, maybe not, but still low cost option. And you can niche down. You can make it just more personal. It can be an educational platform. It's really on you what you want this to be. But a personal or a niche blog, it could be a travel blog. It could be a food blog. It could be, I'm really good with tech and I'm gonna teach you all of the tech things so that people who are searching for it can know what to do. And you just need a website. Social media can help. So with the personal blog, you know, it's gonna be something, or a niched blog, it can be a niche down website so you can have affiliate marketing or have brand deals that help you make it a profitable business. It is low cost though, because really all you need is a site hosting and a domain, which maybe costs like $100 a year for the two, maybe a little bit more, but about $100 to $150 a year to have your own website with the hosting and the domain. So that is all I have. That is 14 different low cost business ideas. If you have an idea or you're struggling and you want to start a business, or you're like, I got it, I know what I want to do, but I need help somewhere along the way between the brand design and the brand awareness, I got you. I have strategy sessions and other brand intensive options, and I will leave those in the show notes. In the notes, in that section somewhere, you'll find it. Or if you're on my website, you can go up to the menu to brand intensives. So that's all I got for you. I hope you have a lovely day. If you have any questions or, want me to dive in deeper about some other category, let me know. But obviously that's only 14. There are so many different ways to make money to start a business for low cost options or higher cost options. Low cost is just, people who don't want to spend a whole lot of money up front to figure out if this is what they want or not. But the biggest thing is if you're passionate about it and you're consistent with it, you can and you will succeed. As long as people want it. People have to want it. So, but don't get stressed out about, but the competition, but there's so many people, because it's you. You are the one who's offering it. You are the one that makes it different. They aren't you. And if there are other people doing it, that means that it's needed, which is even better because you know that it's a need. I mean, there's Starbucks everywhere. And next to Starbucks, there's another coffee shop. And there's a gas station. And then there's a gas station across the street. And then there's a gas station like a little bit further down. And they don't care. They don't care that it's competitive. They know that they're going to be successful and that they're going to make money. So keep that in mind. Hope you have a lovely day. And I will catch you on the next video.